here's the quick shot as they throw it out to the far side, and it is caught out of bounds.
I think he had 2 feet in. I got to say what I'm seeing. And he scored a touchdown on that.
I don't see 2 feet in. Renfro is upset. Nobody is called to play.
The touchdown. He's in. He was in. Damn it.
It was a tough call. Call it. And now the Oilers are denied a touchdown.
Oh, yes.
This might be a spot where an instant replay would be important.
Let's see if the feet come down. Now he's got the ball. He does clearly get inside.
It is a touchdown.
No question about it.
With instant replay, it would have been different.
Love you blue. You know that we do. We'll always be true. 'Cause we
On a very cold but sunny day in Pittsburgh's Three River Stadium, we have a rematch of last year's AFC Championship battle, the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Houston Oilers. Playing conditions today a lot better than they were last year when the weather was absolutely miserable.
Miserable weather conditions made it an unforgettable day for the Oilers. But when they returned home that night, Houston fans had gathered here in the Astrodome to make it even more unforgettable.
We're going to bust our ass to win number 14.
It was the largest pep rally ever. 50,000 fans waited for hours until the Oilers arrived home just to let the team know they still cared.
So take your hats off to the Oilers. Give them a great big hand. Take your hats off to the Oilers. The best team in the land.
And win or lose, there will be another pep rally tonight when the Oilers go home.
But I believe that had a lot to do with us going back this year.
Getting back to the AFC Championship has not been easy for the Oilers, but steady defense and the running of NFL rushing champion Earl Campbell led Houston to an 11-5 regular season record. In the wild card playoff game 2 weeks ago against Denver, Campbell was lost after pulling a groin muscle on this touchdown. Then later in the game, quarterback Dan Pastorini was also lost when he too pulled a groin muscle on this play. Still, the Oilers were able to hold on for a 13-7 win over the Broncos. The Oilers were without Pastorini and Campbell last week against San Diego. Gifford Nielsen and Rob Carpenter did a superb job of filling in. And as it did the week before, the Houston defense rose to the occasion. Safety Vernon Perry intercepted 4 passes and blocked a field goal attempt to lead Houston to the win 17-14.
I think it was probably the most courageous football game I've ever seen played.
I agree with you. I think we've got a great game. I agree with a lot of people that today is the Super Bowl because the NFL's 2 best are playing here today. RESPECT, Aretha Franklin sang it, but it's in the air in Pittsburgh on both sides of the field.
The field where you do have good footing. There was sun on that field earlier this morning. 3rd and 4. Good protection. Intercepted. Vernon Perry. 40 might go all the way. Perry at the 35, the 30. Vernon Perry, touchdown Houston. 75 yards. The star of the win at San Diego, Vernon Perry, saying something for Pittsburgh. Houston Oilers, turnover city again. And they have got to believe that Bradshaw simply threw into the coverage. Watch it right here. There's no way that pass goes to anyone but Vernon Perry. And Perry, of course, taking full advantage. How could you believe that the man who was so fantastic last week could come back and put them on the right page at the beginning of this game?
Oilers quarterback Dan Pastorini was under siege all day. But trailing by 7 late in the 3rd quarter, he moved Houston into position to tie the game.
Dan calls the old get the snap, throw it to the corner.
With 1.5 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter, the Oilers 6 yards away from a tie. It is Renfro, touchdown, or is it? Out of play. A late call. The official did not make any signal, and now apparently has said no touchdown. He did not signal. I don't think he could see the play. He looked down the end zone line to ask a call from the other official. He did not get a call. The officials are meeting now. They're trying to get the players out so they can talk about it.
They may have to get a decision from Jim Tunney.
Well, we're going to see it on the replay, and we'll be able to decide whether or not Renfro got his feet down in time. It was a tough call, and this might be a spot where an instant replay would be important.
Let's see if the feet come down. Now he's got the ball. He does clearly get inside.
It is a touchdown.
No question about it.
It was not called one, but there's no doubt that was a Houston touchdown.
Well, they haven't made a final decision in the end zone. They're still down there talking about it. Now, there's no question about this. He's got control. He has both feet down clearly in the end zone. It is a touchdown.
Of course, the officials did not have the luxury that we enjoy of seeing that instant replay. The man on the spot didn't see it, so he couldn't call it. And now the Oilers are denied a touchdown. Oh, my. Bum could just eat that cowboy hat. Mike Renfro makes a fine catch of a well-thrown ball by Pastorini, gets both feet down, but no touchdown is the call.
Sometimes the camera angles can be deceiving. Let's look from another angle and watch again. The feet, 1, 2, clearly down. There's not much question on there. There's no question on that one. It's a touchdown.
Now let's go back to what may be a play that we talk about for years to come, a touchdown that was ruled no touchdown. As a former player, what are your feelings?
Well, Dick, I hate to see the big plays in a game, maybe the biggest play in this game, not made by the players on the field, but made by the officials. And I do sympathize with their situation. I sympathize with the fact that they are human. But this is a touchdown, and Houston, frankly, was cheated out of their 6 points, their possible 7 points, and a tie in this game. A perfectly thrown pass, a beautiful execution of getting the feet down inside the end zone. But again, the official shielded. A second official who is in position to make the call apparently was not looking.
Dan, is this a better Steeler team than the year before?
Yeah. Well, let's put it this way. They're no slouch. They're as good as they've ever been. And they'll win the Super Bowl.
Look out, football. Here we come. Houston Oilers, number 1.
We landed that airplane, and all the way from the airport to the dome, that's about 20 miles. They had cars parked on the boulevard all the way, cars parked on the side of the road, people in the yards, on the front porches. And then when you got to the dome, there was at least 20,000 people outside that could not get in, and they tell me there was 80,000 people inside. Now that's for a team that lost. What do you think they've done to win one?
When the Oilers lost 2 straight AFC championship games, the fans were disappointed. But still, they were devoted to their team. It was amazing. The Astrodome was packed with screaming fans welcoming home a losing team.
The football players that we had on our football team kind of meshed with the town. And that just kind of hit, that situation just hit just right at the right time.
To us, Love Ya Blue was the perfect combination of a town, a time, and a team.
We always had a good time with Pittsburgh.
If they hadn't been there,
we would have. I believe that. I believe that sincerely. And I believe if I'd have had another year in Houston, we would have got there. But, you know, that's what has happened instead of what did happen.